Welcome everybody to another latest, hottest, greatest edition of the Run Button podcast. I am your sickly host, Kyle Cough Button Churchill, named because I have this cough button that I will use to cough, and then you won't know that I did it. Watch. I just coughed right then, but you couldn't hear it.
My name is the illest Keith Sneezy McCarberry. I do not have a cough button nor a sneeze button.
You have a mixer that has a mute button.
Not gonna even go there.
You're also just you're taking away my thing by pretending to be sick every time I say that.
I'm not pretending to be sick. The first time I did do that, you did say immediately that wasn't a real sneeze, which of course it wasn't, but...
Oh, the first time. You mean the 3 times that you did it?
I've done it 3 times, but the first time you said, like, straight away, not a real sneeze. I'm not trying to take away your sick cred.
Dude,
I just want to have fun nicknames
sick
with you.
No.
You don't want to have fun? You don't want to be Kyle Cough Button Churchill and Keith Sneezy McCarberry?
No, Keith, we keep it real on the Run Button podcast, not fucking making up illnesses.
Well, how about this? How about I have allergies all the time and living is a waking nightmare, and I can be sneezy if I want to be sneezy?
Nah, go fuck yourself. But hey, we're here to talk about video games and other things that are adjacent to video games.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the most recent thing that I have that's adjacent to video games?
What?
I just got followed by a Bob Marley fan account.
Great.
That constantly tweets super inane bullshit and sometimes quotes from Bob Marley and sometimes funny internet videos.
That's fun for you. I don't really know why you brought that up, but
it's
okay.
Well, Bob Marley. Video games.
Uh-huh.
You think you hear Bob Marley, you think.
You know what? I'm gonna check real quick if Bob Marley has ever appeared in a video game, and I'll know that because he'll have a giant bomb page. Nope. Too bad. Missed opportunity, you guys. Come on.
Yeah. Well,
you put him on shitty canned tea drinks that is sold in supermarkets.
God damn it. God, fuck white people. They're the worst. Listen.
Yeah.
Just these tweets. 2 hours ago, tweeted sacred herb.
What?
And then right before, that's it. That's the whole tweet. Sacred herb. Right before that, tweeted, no matter how hard a girl acts, at the end of the day, she's still a girl. She just wants to be kissed and held. So, so we've got weird bullshit about Chronic, about herbage, and then just random sexism for no reason.
Yeah.
And then also libertarianism, because the tweet before that is, it's dangerous to be right when the government is wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, again, this really didn't have anything to do with video games. It just happened 5 minutes ago, and I've been reading these tweets and just been mad for 5 minutes.
Oh,
so.
That's fun for you.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to hear about real video game stuff that happened today?
Yeah, sure. Tell me about it.
I mean, I guess from a certain standpoint, this is also video game adjacent stuff, but apparently Gamespot laid off like a bunch of its employees today.
Yeah. I heard that. I've only seen the same couple names being repeated in terms of who was laid off.
I know Carolyn Pettit was laid off.
Yep, that's one of the 2 names. And then McShay?
Yeah, Tom McShay?
Yeah. So yeah, those are the 2 names that I hear over and over again. I actually
Okay, maybe it was just 2 people. I say a bunch. Maybe it was just 2. I don't know. It was probably more than that, though.
Let's see. Hold on.
And then I think I don't really know if they've given it an express reason for it, but I think this is also unless it's something totally different. You can never tell with Twitter because this is all just coming from Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I think it also spawned a bunch of people who have been ranting about ad blocker and how it's like killing people's jobs.
Oh yeah, I
depend
retweeted
on
a couple
ad revenue.
I retweeted a couple things
Yeah.
about ad blocker today, not knowing that it was related to the GameSpot stuff.
Well, I that's the thing. I retweeted those things too, but I don't know if it was. It just maybe it's like, hey, GameSpot laid off people because they're losing revenue, and the way GameSpot loses revenue is ad blocker. I don't know.
By the way, don't use ad blocker.
Yeah,
guys,
dude, come on,
stop it.
Like,
stop it. You
that's
can.
the worst.
You've got 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You've got 5 seconds. Listen, internet ads are shitty, but you're not hurting. It is made apparent by stuff like this that the only people that you're hurting by having ad blocker, it's not the corporations that you hate, it's the people whose content you want to consume. So just fucking deal with it. And
in that same way, you're hurting yourself, because if you were a fan of Tom McShay and GameSpot, now you don't get to see Tom McShay stuff on GameSpot. Dog.
Yeah.
Get rid of your fucking ad blocker.
Get rid of your ad block. It's fine. It'll be fine. The internet's fine without ad block.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah.
Although I used to use ad block. No, I didn't. I'm not a monster.
I don't know. I mean, if I ever did, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't ever.
So
not to say that there's a period of my life where I wouldn't have considered it. I just never happened to.
It just really is like it. Ads are the cost of the thing that you're looking at on a website. I think a lot of people just view ads as like this inconvenience that's forced upon them.
Yeah, those sites don't put them there because they like them.
Yeah, the ad is the cost of entrance. Like, if you're going to YouTube to watch a 30-minute video, that 5-second ad that you have to sit through, that's the cost of entry, and it's a pretty fucking reasonable one, all things considered.
Yeah. Here's the other thing that's weird about that is that both GameSpot, Giant Bomb, both owned by CBSI, Giant Bomb just hired 2 people.
Yeah. Well, the difference there is that even after hiring 2 people and after the GameSpot layoffs, the Giant Bomb staff is still significantly smaller.
Yeah, it is way smaller, but also does Giant Bomb actually cost less to operate, because GameSpot has way more content than Giant Bomb, and so way more potential for earning money.
Giant Bomb, I don't know for sure, but I'm
their video content
pretty sure
is
it's significantly less.
Their video content is super popular, and video content is probably more profitable than written word stuff, but the amount of content that GameSpot puts out is crazy, and also
it is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's the amount they have a crazy amount of content because they have a crazy amount of people on staff.
Yeah.
That's why that happens. And I went to GameSpot today, a site that I don't.
Oh, you're down at the offices?
Frequent. I went to GameSpot.com today.
Oh, okay.
Keith, because of this, and there's nothing on the site about it, but there is this nice little tidbit down here. Former Silicon Knights dev sentenced in child porn case. Which I remember seeing something about this before, back when he was arrested, I guess. And now Kenneth McCulloch is finally sentenced, gets to serve time, and is ordered to stay away from anyone under the age of 16. Is also charged with sexual assault.
That is that's serious as shit.
Video games adjacent. Also, not great PR for Shadow of the Eternals and anything Dennis Dyack is doing.
Yeah, man.
I mean, theoretically, it's not even theoretically. I mean, it's not really Dennis Dyack's fault whatsoever.
No, it's not.
It
not
shouldn't
Dennis Dyack's
really
fault.
Reflect on him or his company or his games at all.
But it will.
Still kind of does, though.
Yeah, it will. It's not that it should, but it's also, it's like when you're in a courtroom and someone has something stricken from the record, yo, dog, everybody heard that shit already.
Oh, listen to this. See, I just thought this guy worked at Silicon Knights, but it's further than that. He was, it says right here, former Silicon Knights director and founder of Precursor Games, which is the new thing. So this is actually a high up guy at Silicon Knights and thus Precursor Games. So it actually kind of
That's
Maybe
yeah.
it has a bit more business reflecting upon precursor games.
Yeah, I guess this is not a. I mean, it's also not like it was a QA tester or something that they're just bringing it up because that's his one connection.
Hey guys,
Hey,
Eternal
Yeah, what's up?
Darkness was an okay game. We don't need a sequel that bad.
some people really want that sequel.
We don't need a sequel that bad. We already didn't need a sequel bad enough to have to give our own money to Dennis Dyack directly, but
What if it gets really good by the end, Kyle?
we don't need a sequel that bad.
Yeah, we probably don't need a sequel that bad.
As someone who is looking at Eternal Darkness without the rose-colored glasses of nostalgia, I can tell you that while not a bad game,
No.
not really something that needs to come back, I would say.
It has in gameplay something that the Silent Hill series did not, but also has none of the other potential. We've got to stop playing people's nostalgia games because it's just going to get people angry at us.
Everyone has nostalgia. I mean, that was in a kind of a way that was sort of our intention with Silent Hill a little bit. It just didn't realize
It backfired.
so many people cared so much about Silent Hill.
That was a bad move on our part.
Everyone cares about something.
Yeah, but man, a lot of people care about Silent Hill.
Whatever. We've talked that to death.
Mm-hmm. Somebody made a gift set. Did you see that gift set that I retweeted? Of us. It was a gift set of us making Hotel for Dogs jokes across all three games.
Gift set.
Yeah, a collection of gifts.
Gifts are silent. We're audio.
It had subtitles. It was subtitled.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, what if somebody added audio to GIFs?
I think WebMs can have audio. You know about WebMs, right?
WebMs, that's the site that you go to diagnose your illnesses. Like, I've got an achy back, got to go to WebMs.
No, dude, WebMs are fucking dope. WebMs are the new GIFs. They're like...
You heard it here first. WebMs, the new GIFs.
They are.
Oh, no, I'm sure. I'm saying it like I don't believe you, but I do believe you.
They essentially work exactly like GIFs, except they're just like... It's just actual video. And, like, you know, it's like an MP4 or something. It looks so much better. It's super cool. Because... Like, GIF is such an old format. Like, it's crazy.
GIFs are super old, yeah.
Like, yeah, and the limitations on them are ridiculous. So, WebMs are super cool. Like, you see it, and it's just like, man, why did it take so long for someone to fucking outmode GIFs?
It's because nobody wanted to. Everybody loves GIFs all the time. Everybody just wants GIFs always. Right? Like, people are like, oh, GIFs. Gotta find funny GIFs.
Yeah, but now just find funny WebMs.
It also, WebM is a bad name.
It is, yeah.
WebM?
So is GIF,
is
though.
it WebM? But GIF is short and quick, and its only controversy is that.
And so fucking help me God if you try to tell me that I should pronounce it GIF.
Listen, Kyle.
Oh my God.
The creator of the GIF did the. I don't care.
The creator of the GIF
I say
it should be called GIF so they can make a GIF peanut butter joke. That's the only reason. They were like we call it that because the joke we say, choose the developers, choose GIF. Fuck you.
Are you sure that's not apocryphal?
No.
You're not sure?
It's like a direct quote.
It could be an apocryphal quote.
It was like a dude that made GIFs saying like, hey, we made this and we had this joke. This GIF peanut butter joke.
Anyway, I think that you can pronounce it however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah, sure.
But also I say GIF.
Yeah,
but also...
Of course you say GIF.
I only say GIF because my cousin Ted yelled at me when I was 10 for saying GIF.
That's funny.
Yeah, so... Fucking... Keep it real, GIF heads. Don't let Kyle be mean to you, GIF heads.
Yeah.
Um,
Kid tested, mother approved, GIF. I'm just gonna say like all the wrong things. Silly rabbit GIFs are for kids.
What's another one? GIF, taste the rainbow.
I'm cuckoo for GIFs. Hey Keith.
Hey Mikey, he likes GIFs.
Mikey likes it. And I'm talking about GIFs.
And I'm talking about GIFs.
Let's just keep the sad news train rolling. Crytek lays off staff after selling Homefront. Crytek UK may be shut down. Crytek sold the Homefront license to Deep Silver, who is I guess, best known for being the publisher of Dead Island and,
Call of Juarez?
No, Saints Row 4. Saints Row 4.
Wait,
They have Saints Row now.
Who has Saints Row now?
Deep Silver.
Why do they have Saints Row 4 now?
Because THQ shut down.
Oh, right.
They picked up the license and the entire team.
Didn't
and just said do the thing you're already doing, but for us.
Didn't the Call of Juarez people also do
maybe
Dead Island? I don't know. Who knows?
I don't. All I know is fuck Dead Island. So
I liked the first couple hours of that game.
Yeah, of course you did, because the first couple hours were good.
Yeah, Techland makes Call of Juarez and Dead Island.
Yep.
Nailed it. I know something about video games.
There you go. Hey.
Here's the thing.
Look at you.
Every once in a while, because I don't do the most talking about video games in the world, but every once in a while, I'll say stuff about video games, and then I'll think in my head, like, hey, look at that. I know stuff about video games.
Yeah, good for you, buddy.
Yeah. Did you have any other video game stuff that you want to talk about?
I mean, I hope we have 90 minutes of video game stuff to talk about.
Well, I mean, you specifically direct video game news things that you want to talk
sure.
about.
And by I mean the front page of Gamespot, have more video game stuff to talk about.
You're the worst at that. You're not a very good journo.
Oh,
Kyle, you're not being a journo right now.
Hey, do you want to know about EA Access?
No.
Okay, let me tell you about EA Access.
I'm sure that's how it will go anytime anyone hears about EA Access.
Well, it sounds kind of interesting. EA
Hold on.
Access
First, can we do a little? Let's do a little here. You be EA, and I'll be anyone in the whole world.
Okay. Hey Keith, EA here. How's it going?
Yeah. Hey, yeah, sure, good.
Oh, all right. Hey, we just want to stop by, let you know that we're doing this new thing.
Okay, hold on. But first, could you call ahead next time? Like, I know that it's like you can tell me what you were going to tell me, but next time, can you just call ahead?
Yeah. Sorry, I just thought
it's fine, but just like we've got people that take this sort of thing down, and next time could you just call ahead? It's fine.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I just thought. I mean, I just figured it was really quick, and you don't have a job, so I figured you didn't have a lot going on.
No, I'm kind of EA.
I'm
just kind of busy, and next, like, I'll take. Yeah, no, I mean,
right.
I'm sure. We've got nothing going on right now, but we could have. Yeah,
I figured since your only job was to sit on your ass and talk into a microphone, that we could stop by and just tell you something really.
Yeah,
quickly.
but I'm trying to do a podcast right now, so like, really, you're legitimately interrupting me.
All right, do you want us to come back later?
No, just fucking tell me your bullshit, EA.
Okay, so we have a new subscription service.
Oh,
it's called
God
EA.
damn it! Are you not paying attention?
Could I explain what this subscription service is before you tell me that's a bad thing?
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's called EA Access.
Okay.
It's gonna be $5 a month.
A month?
$5 every month.
Okay.
Or $30 every year, which that's, if you do the math on that, that's like a 50% discount.
Sure, that's okay.
It's a pretty good value.
I can't argue with math, so sure.
Yeah. And so the idea behind EA Access, our new subscription service, is for a low fee of $50, $5 a month, or $30 a year, you get unlimited access to the EA vault of games.
Okay.
And right now at launch.
Can I stop you right now for 1 second,
Yeah.
real quick?
Okay.
How much is this game Netflix?
It's pretty. It's like a game Netflix if Netflix only had movies from one studio.
Okay, so what you're saying is that
You
for
could-
$5 a month, I could go in and I could say, hey, I would really like to play The Sims right now. Well, let me play The Sims.
Well, yeah, but The Sims isn't one of the games.
Okay,
but
how about Mass
if-
Effect 2? Could I play Mass Effect 2?
Mass Effect 2 is not one of the games, but if it
Oh,
were,
right. Okay.
you could do that.
Okay, how about when Assassin's Creed 4 comes out, could I play that?
Well, no, but that's probably because we, as EA, do not make Assassin's Creed.
So I also couldn't do, like, Call of Duty.
No, Call of
No.
Duty is not. But hey, you could do Battlefield 4.
I heard that Battlefield was kind of busted, though.
But it's been like 6 months, so it's good now. It's been like 8 months actually.
Yeah,
So
you went in and
fixed
you
it now.
fixed all the stuff?
Yeah, we fixed it.
You fixed all of it?
I mean, not all of it, but I mean,
Yeah.
you could
Yeah.
play it
I could play it, yeah. For $5 a month.
for $5 a month,
Okay.
or $30 a year, which makes it like $2.50.
You know what I bet I could play on your subscription service?
Oh, what's that?
I could probably play Syndicate.
No, Syndicate
My
is not
God,
available.
what are you doing? Like, you almost had me. You almost
Oh.
had me, and then I named 3 games that super should have been on there. Like,
Well,
I'll admit when I said Assassin's
selection-
Creed and Call of Duty, I was kind of trying to I was pulling your leg a little bit. Syndicate should fucking be on your thing. Nobody's playing Syndicate.
Well, to provide the best value to our customers, we're actually assembling in our vault a selection of our newer games that are more popular.
Why are you calling it a vault?
Because we have a lot of stupid people on our team that don't know how to name things, I guess.
What's your position at EA, for real? Can you tell me that?
I am a public relations associate.
Why aren't you... Can you fire... Okay, what I'm asking is, 1, can you fire those dumb idiots? And 2, why aren't you fired? I think you might be a dumb idiot.
In my position, I actually have no power or authority whatsoever. I literally just...
Okay, you're
I'm
just
not
really familiar
even-
with all the products.
I don't even manage the PR. I'm just a person. I just take the PR that the other PR people make, and I just tell it to you. So I literally have no power. I mean...
So you're not
you
even...
ask
you're
why
not
I'm
even,
fired. I probably already am fired right now because I don't do anything.
God damn it.
I have no firing abilities.
EA, why'd you gotta do Jeff Green like that?
Literally, the only 2 things I can do at EA are tell you what other people told me to tell you and be fired. Those are the only 2 things I can do.
Oh my God. I mean, I guess that means that I can't actually be mad at you. Like, this has become sort of a don't shoot the messenger sort of thing, because you walked in here very confident, very nice suit. You look good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I was assuming that you were sort of a business. You were like EA, Mr. Business.
Mm-hmm.
EA tough as nails. Maybe you're like a CFO. So you're not a CFO?
Okay, I have something to admit.
Yeah.
To you, Keith.
Okay.
Public relations associate is actually not a real position that actually exists in the real world, and I am actually the CFO of EA.
And you couldn't have called ahead? And scene.
I really had nothing left at the end of that.
I thought that was good. We did good. That was good.
Keith, I think you really killed that bit when you personified the voice of EA.
I don't know. I mean, sure, that took a dip. Definitely. I don't think I threw you shit, is what I'm saying.
So I'm just looking at an image here. It looks like the initial lineup of EA Access is Battlefield 4. By the way, this is an Xbox One only service. I forgot to mention that.
Okay, well that's. I guess that's a fun get for Microsoft.
Well, kind of inadvertently, and I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But so the lineup is Battlefield 4, Madden 25, FIFA 14, NBA Live, UFC, Need for Speed Rivals.
These are sports games. This is for sports heads.
Yeah, I mean, shooting people is not a sport yet, but
it's a blood sport.
Exactly. Need for Speed Rivals, I guess driving you could call a sport. But here are the other two that aren't sports. It's Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
Okay.
And Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh man, I really want to play Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to get this on my PC.
Well, unfortunately, it's only for Xbox One.
I thought that you said that and that it was a mistake. Because
Nope.
that's crazy. Because you have Origin, is the thing. EA.
Yeah, it's a good question why it's only on... Well, it's only on consoles, specifically Xbox One. But apparently... And... I don't know how this shakes out, but apparently EA went to Sony about it for PS4, and Sony actually turned them down and didn't want to do it.
Oh, wow. So Microsoft didn't even have to pay any sort of exclusivity fee.
No. See, what I'm going to guess here is that the real reason Sony probably declined this was something about how it didn't give Sony enough money or something. Like, they didn't get enough out of it. But Sony's official line was saying that they didn't feel that this service brought the kind of value that PlayStation gamers have come to expect. Which
I think that's crazy.
Sounds crazy to me.
Because $5 a month for, like, if those are the games that you're interested in, that's a fucking super good deal, actually.
$5 a month for these eight games.
Yeah.
Those games.
I don't like sports games. Those games are probably all pretty good. I heard the MMA game was not good.
And NBA Live is a pile of butts.
Oh yeah, NBA Live.
And I think UFC is not really great. Need for Speed, like, whatever, but it's okay. Like, if you just want to drive some, like, you want to drive some cars, you can drive some cars in that game, no problem. Like, it's not a tremendous game, but it's not bad.
No.
And then, like, Battlefield 4 is actually really good. Madden and FIFA are great if you're into that bullshit. Like, Dragon Age Inquisition looks like it'll be really good.
Of the sports games, the FIFA ones are the best.
Yeah, and, like, Garden Warfare, by all accounts, is a really fun game.
Yeah.
Like $5 a month, I feel like would be a good deal if it was just like Battlefield or Madden or something. But, like, with all these games,
yeah, play it for Battlefield probably costs like $45 new still,
yeah.
right?
Like saying, oh, and it's also going to include Peggle 2 also.
Oh yeah, Peggle 2 is great, sure.
Yeah, like I feel like saying that it's not a good enough value for consumers that rings pretty hollow to me.
Yeah, do you think it could be something to do with like also the PlayStation infrastructure? Do you think maybe there's something about the PS4 that couldn't, or that it would be difficult to support this?
I certainly couldn't really say either way, but I don't see why.
I don't see why either. I'm just trying to think of a scenario. Like,
I feel like this is specifically the kind of thing that they probably had in mind when they designed new consoles. Like, hey, there's going to be all kinds of weird free-to-play stuff and subscription models, and I don't know. Like,
yeah, but I think the PS4 is a great system. I don't think Sony has ever shown any sort of forward thinkingness in terms of console design.
You don't think so?
Not.
They designed it with the ability to live stream any game on Twitch and also to stream any game to your Vita. And that's pretty forward thinking.
That's true. I guess I'm thinking of I guess I'm still holding over that the PS3 was a butt when it launched.
Yeah, no, the PS4 is definitely not a butt.
No, I said it was a good system. God, don't get so fucking defensive, Churchill. God damn it.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, this sounds like an alright deal. I'm not gonna get it. It doesn't sound like it's for me. I like to own.
Well, I don't
like
know. Maybe, like, well, first of all, we don't have Xbox One, so it doesn't really fucking matter what we think.
I'm gonna get one
I'm gonna be so jealous
of my Xbox One.
Yeah.
Listen, you can also get an Xbox One.
No, see.
Check fucking Craigslist has hella cheap Xbox Ones, and all of them are under warranty until November.
What?
Craigslist has fucking cheap as shit Xbox Ones, and they're all under warranty until November. So if you get one, because that's
why do you know when they're under warranty until?
They had a full year warranty on all of them.
You're talking about like a specific Craigslist posting.
No, I'm talking about how Microsoft has a warranty on any Xbox One for a year after the release of the Xbox One. Or sorry, a year after the purchase of the system, and it's been less than a year that Xbox has been out.
Yeah, so if I'm getting an Xbox,
a used Xbox One from Craigslist, and it's a piece of busted shit that you pay $200 for, you say, Microsoft, this is under warranty, because it, by definition, has to be.
That's why I was so confused by you saying that every Xbox One was under warranty until November. I was like, what are you talking about? Warranties don't work like that.
No, every one is under warranty until at least November.
Right.
So, buy one in October, and it's fucking
isn't
busted.
The thing that we were talking about is that, like, people are selling Xbox Ones for super cheap on Craigslist, but it's probably because they stole a bunch of Xbox Ones.
I saw a couple. I'll check right now. I saw a couple that looked like they were definitely 100% stolen, and a lot of them just looked like someone bought an Xbox One and didn't want it anymore.
Yeah.
So let's see.
And
Xbox One.
I'll be honest. I'm not too good to buy a stolen Xbox One.
Oh, me neither. No, me
Real
neither.
talk.
If it said stolen in the thing, I maybe would think twice about doing it.
Though then again, I mean, they stole an Xbox One. What's to keep them from stealing my money when I come to go get my Xbox One?
The one that I'm thinking of that was definitely 100% stolen was a posting that said, like, have 5 Xbox Ones, have to sell them super quick. We'll meet in a public place.
Right.
Like, that was the stolenest Xbox you could get.
Selling RuneScape 3 account 99WC level 3. Pokemon Pokewalker $10 in Billerica. You want a Pokewalker, go to Billerica. They got you covered.
God, I can't find my Pokewalker. Maybe I should buy this dude's Pokewalker. Are you on Craigslist? Is that where you're seeing that? On Craigslist? Okay. I thought you were making stuff up.
Hey buddy, head over to Billerica with a 10 spot. He'll hook you up.
Xbox One, $280, Rhode Island.
Man.
No games and no controller.
What?
Well, it wouldn't come with a game anyway. Oh, I guess it would. Never mind. It comes with Titanfall, I guess. But I've already got an Xbox controller. So
I'll say this. I keep forgetting they're $400 now. Like, every time I think about getting an Xbox One in my head, it costs $500 in my head.
Nope, $400. Well, unless you want to Kinect.
Like,
which
I do want one because everyone says that they work better and that, like, the voice command stuff is like the only
I would get
really
it for the
interesting
voice command,
thing about the console, and also that the interface, like, if you're trying to navigate the interface of the dashboard without the use of voice commands, that it's really confusing. So I want it for that. It's like, I feel like I want to force myself to buy an Xbox One with a Kinect, because I know if I don't get it when I buy the system, I'm never gonna go get one.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna wake up and find a reason to spend $100 on a Kinect unless I just do it at the very beginning.
So here's why I'm buying an Xbox One for the listeners. I have been super torn between getting an Xbox One and a PS4. Like, legitimately torn. I really wanted to play Destiny with all the people I know that have or are getting PS4s and are getting Destiny to play Destiny. Played Destiny during the alpha, thought it was fun. Was into it, was going to get it. Was pretty much sold on a PS4. Played Destiny in the beta, snooze fest, done with the Destiny, done with getting a PS4 to play Destiny with people.
Now, do you actually think that there's something different about the beta that was less interesting in the alpha, or do you just saying like now having spent more time with Destiny, you realize you don't really care about Destiny?
Having spent more time with it. So here's
I feel the same way.
My thing about Destiny was I was never excited for it. Literally never excited for it. Didn't like what I saw in trailers. Didn't like the MMO aspects of it. Didn't like the instancing bosses and stuff. Just like through and through was uninterested by it. Thought it looked good. Thought it was a nice looking world, a complete world. But
hang on, I have to go answer a phone call.
Sure.
Oh, never mind. It's just some bullshit from somebody I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, like I and then I told my cousin Ted, yes, I will play the Destiny alpha with you.
Yeah.
Because he's very excited about it. Because he pitches it as Halo Phantasy Star Online, and that is like the most intriguing thing in the entire world to me because I fucking love Phantasy Star Online and I fucking love Halo. And we played it, and there's so much interesting novelty to some of the stuff. Like, I think the UI looks really great. I think that having a force push as your melee attack is fucking great. I think the combat is genuinely fun.
You have a force push as your melee attack?
Yeah, you force push as your melee attack, and it's rad.
I just punch people.
No, you gotta get that fucking force push. And then the hunter has a big knife that they take out and slice up people with.
So what are you playing as? A wizard?
The magic-y ones.
Wardlock or whatever?
Yeah, sure. Whatever they're called. Actually, in the alpha, I was... in the alpha, I was that. In the beta, I was a hunter, so I had a knife.
Okay. I've only been playing as a Titan.
And then each one also has a different double jump, too.
Right, okay.
One of them has a momentum... The magic-y one, whatever that's called, has a momentum-based one, so if you use it at the height of your jump, you'll kind of hover. If you use it while you're ascending, you will like just launch into the air. And then if you use it while you're running forward, it'll propel you forward, and that's pretty cool. And then the hunter has just a straight jetpack that will propel you up, like straight up, no matter what.
Yeah. I just feel like my main problem with Destiny at this point is that I just like there's nothing fun to me about the combat, really. Like,
I think that the combat is like, I think aiming and shooting is still fun.
I think the guns feel good. I think there's nothing interesting about the enemies. I think they're boring.
I agree.
They have too much health, and like it has that MMO issue where like in a Halo map or a Halo campaign level or whatever, it's like, it's all completely orchestrated, even though Halo is kind of known for having like more openness than a lot of modern first-person shooters. Like, it's still, very deliberately designed, where it just doesn't feel like that at all in Destiny.
It's the problem with Destiny is like the actual mechanics of the aiming and shooting feel really good, I think. It's when you get into the leveling stuff, like, it just feels like they've really they've de-emphasized being good at the game, like just a little bit, but enough to make the entire thing really muddy. You know what I mean? Like, there's no fun. There's no fun guns. Like, the guns feel good, but they're all the same. All of the guns are the same gun, whether it's a pulsed rifle or a repeater or whatever.
I don't think they all feel the same. But
I just mean they just look like guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They look and shoot like guns.
Are you with me that I just feel like all the weapons, like, I think they feel good and they're relatively interesting. I just think they all consistently feel underpowered. I never have a gun and I'm like, yeah, this gun's awesome. I'm always like, this gun, I don't know.
I feel that way, but I also don't think they're all relatively interesting. I think they're all relatively boring.
Okay.
And it's I don't know, like, I love RPGs and I love stats in stuff, and I love leveling up and getting stats and having stats and doing stat stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to start playing World of Warcraft again, so I like MMOs.
That's stupid. That's a stupid.
Yeah,
MMO.
World of Warcraft
we'll get to
is
that
a
later.
fucking great game.
But like it just, I feel like it doesn't work right in this game, in a Halo style shooter, which is, by the way, exactly what it's trying to be.
I don't feel like Destiny feels like Halo
really
at all. By the way,
I think it super does.
I don't think it does.
I feel like the jump, like it jumps like your Halo, and you move like your Halo.
Oh, well, if it jumps like a Halo and it moves like a Halo, it must be a Halo.
The enemies move like a Halo, like all the fucking dudes.
Do they?
Yeah. Oh man, they
sure?
they move like elites with worse AI. They move just like elites. They fucking duck and roll. They do all the same things. None of it works right. They did a thing where all of it kind of doesn't fit.
Yeah, everything. All the enemies are are big bullet sponges, and it's like I feel like it's not easy enough to group up with people. Like I feel like Bungie is smart enough that, and they're good enough at designing multiplayer and matchmaking and stuff. I feel like this game should just be like, you're never not grouped up with anybody. Like, even if you go down to the world by yourself, as soon as you see someone around, there should be like a fucking like one button thing that you're just like, you look at the person and push the button and it just asks them if they want to be in your group, and then you're in a group. Like,
yeah. Oh, so I actually haven't tried to group up with anybody, so.
Yeah, like, I was actually at work, and I was talking to somebody that I worked with, and he was like, oh, do you have a PS4? Have you been playing the Destiny beta? And I was like, yeah. And he was saying he had a lot of fun with it, and he's like, blah, blah, blah. But then he was like, oh, I was, like, grouped up with, like, 4 of my friends, like, the PS4 party chat thing. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's the problem, because I haven't been playing with any friends.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The first time I was playing it with my cousin Ted and his friend Jono.
Yeah.
And I was having a really good time. They weren't playing. They were
his friend Jono.
His friend Jono. I just like saying Jono. What's up, Jono?
Is it John O, like his last name begins with
Jono, Jono.
Is his name actually Jono, or is it just like his name's John, but everyone just calls him Jono?
His name might be Jonathan. I've only ever heard anybody call him Jono.
Okay.
For all I know, his name is just Jono. Anyway.
Just checking.
So Ted and just Jono were sitting on the couch next to me. And I was having a lot of fun with all like the little things, like you can spawn basically a fucking land speeder underneath you whenever, and I was having fun playing with the boost and seeing what I could do with that, and jumping off cliffs and spawning it while I'm in the air and then boosting. And I played I think all the vehicles feel really fun.
I don't feel like there's anything to do with that vehicle though. Like at least the one environment, the old Russia environment they give you, like, it feels very like claustrophobic in terms of like enemy placement. It doesn't feel like there's anywhere where you can roam where you're not immediately fighting enemies.
No, but you can just avoid them by speeding past them, which also isn't fun to just leave enemies there. And then I played like 2 missions. This is the alpha. I played like 2 missions. I was like, okay, combat's fun. This is fun. Everybody was my level because I hadn't experienced anything other than that. And then was like, okay, let me try the Crucible, the versus multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I hop in there, there's a capture point level. I kind of get wrecked, but it's pretty fun. Like it's pretty fun. Like it's more fun than I would have playing, I think, a Call of Duty multiplayer at this point.
I don't care about it at all. I didn't have any fun with it.
And then I went to the moon level, and that was like super fun. I thought the moon level was really cool. It was also a capture point thing, and I spent most of the time fucking around in the vehicles. Like I had this really awesome moment where I was chasing down someone else in a vehicle, and I was in one called the Pike. Have you ridden the Pike?
I don't think so.
It's a very fish-like, a ghost-sized vehicle where the bumpers dash you left and right to avoid shit, and it has like a rapid-fire machine gun thing. And I was chasing this guy, went off a jump, while I was in the air, I was like, I wonder if you can dash in the air. Dashed in the air, and it had a whole new super rad dash animation. And I landed on the person I was chasing and killed them. And I was like, oh, this is a great moment. And so I left that day feeling pretty positive about Destiny for the first time ever. But, like, basically everything went out the window when I played it again. And I thought it was a real snooze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, basically, like, a bunch of times I was playing Destiny, I just found myself, like, because it was, like, not even because it felt like Halo to me, just because it was Bungie, so I was thinking about Halo. I just found myself constantly thinking, I just wish I was playing Halo. I should just go play Halo.
Yeah,
right
and
now.
that's kind of my thing. I was always gonna. I think I was always gonna get an Xbox One no matter what, because I fucking can't not get the Master Chief Collection. I can't not do it.
Or Halo 5
Or Halo
when it
5
comes out next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like dude, fuck Destiny, fuck
Destiny.
Titanfall, Call of Duty. You know what you want to play? Fucking
Halo
2 Anniversary Edition multiplayer.
Yes,
That's what you want.
I want to play it so bad. Kyle, I
Yeah.
want to play it so bad.
Yeah.
I do really like Titanfall though.
Yeah, whatever.
It's good. It feels good to not. It feels good to not have to decide between these two systems anymore. Because there's nothing keeping me for the PS4. Anything that I would want for a console, I can get on the Xbox One, and everything else I can get on the PC, which is where I play most of my games anyway.
Bah.
PC gaming is the way to go because
hate
it's
playing games on my PC.
Well, here's the thing:
it.
my computer's right next to my bed, and my computer's the biggest monitor that I have access to.
I didn't even really like playing PC games when I literally used the exact same chair and monitor to play both console and PC games.
Yeah,
I didn't even like it much then. Now I definitely don't like it.
Why not? What's wrong?
We've discussed this so many times. I just don't.
But you've always just said like I just don't like it.
I don't like having to sit in a computer chair in front of a computer to play it. If I'm trying to use the computer at the same time, I don't like how it locks up how it basically monopolizes my computer. I just generally don't like the.
Are you playing games and multitasking on your computer?
Sometimes.
I've never done that.
Like if I'm watching a video or playing a podcast or something, I'll do that.
Listen to a podcast on my headphones from my iPod. And if I'm watching a video or a movie or whatever, I'll just have it up on the other monitor.
Meh. I mean, I also just don't like, if I want to play my PS4 somewhere else, just pick up my PS4. Like, my desktop is so much less mobile than that.
Right, but I feel like that's not an issue for me ever, wanting to play games somewhere else.
Well, that's because you only have one room.
But why would you want to play games in... Like, what does your room have to do with the environment? I mean, what does the game have to do with the environment?
What do you mean?
Like, why would you ever go like, I'm having fun with this game. Sure wish I was in a different room, though. Really want to change the scenery while I just only look at this screen.
Like different chairs?
Different chairs?
Like sit on a nice couch, buddy.
I don't
Enjoy
ever
that
sit
game
on a
from
couch.
a couch.
I can't sit. Any couch that there is has. If I sit on it, I will die from allergies. I don't know if you've noticed. I've never sat on your couch before ever because I have to sit on the floor or a chair. Well, the couch upstairs, but
no, you've sat on the couch,
and then I've immediately left
couch.
it. Like when we were playing board games, I was sitting on the floor. When you were out and I was playing the Destiny beta,
How do you live?
I pulled a chair up from the kitchen, and
how do you what?
Because I couldn't sit on. I didn't want to sit on the floor, and I couldn't sit on the couch.
How do you exist?
It's a fucking. I live a real hard life, Kyle.
I can tell.
Yeah. Can't sit on your couch. Sorry, buddy.
I mean, I don't care.
I also just don't like couches very much.
My couch is incredibly comfortable.
Your couch isn't that comfortable. It's all right.
No, it's super, super comfortable.
I think maybe we have different desires out of a couch. I think my couch is comfortable. I don't ever sit in it, though, because I've got a cat. And my cat sits on the couch, and then if I sit on the couch, I'll die.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm lactose intolerant, but to cats. That's how I describe it to people when I say I've got allergies. Say, what's that? And I was like, oh, do you know lactose intolerance? And they say, yeah, of course. And then I say, it's like that, but for cats. Cats or grass or
That's fun.
cockroaches or
That's fun.
mold,
You're really fun.
feathers, sap, pollen, Poland.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
That's fun.
Hey, do you want to hear a story about a fucking bullshit thing that happened to me when I was driving to your house the other day?
What?
This is some bullshit that happened to me when I was driving to your house the other day.
No, I definitely don't want to hear that.
This is what happened. I'm driving to your house, and some big black SUV is riding on my tail, riding right up on there. I'm in the fast lane. I'm going pretty fast. Speed limit 65. I'm going probably 73.
Yeah, that's not pretty fast. I keep telling you this.
It's 8 miles more than the maximum allowed speed.
Okay, but here's the thing. Everyone on the highway drives minimum 10 miles over the speed limit.
No one else was driving.
If you're in the fast lane on Route 3 coming to Cape Cod, the drivers are expecting you to drive 80 miles per hour minimum.
No one was driving. I was driving with the flow of traffic. No one was driving 80 miles an hour. If you are thinking that other people are driving 80 miles an hour, you're lying to yourself. No one is doing that.
That's true. They are doing that.
They're not. I drive to your house all the time.
Listen, I'm not necessarily saying that this guy who's furious that you're driving 75 is
This
right.
is not where the story is going, by the way.
I'm just telling you, you can expect anytime you're in the fast lane on Route 3, you can expect some jerk to come over and want you to be doing.
Well, here's why I was going in the fast lane was because everybody else was driving 65, and I was like, I've got to get home. I'm going 73.
Mm-hmm.
Went in the fast lane, driving past everybody else.
Okay.
This guy, also fast lane, all of a sudden, in my rear view, from this guy's car, I see fucking cop lights, freak out, start moving over to the curb to pull over. Dude fucking gives me the finger, laughs, and goes 95. Fucking asshole has cop lights on his car.
That's pretty lame.
It's super lame.
You should have just taken that dude's license plate and just straight up reported him.
I was going to, but he drove too fast that I couldn't get him.
There you go.
Yeah. So if you're out there and you're that guy, or you're anyone else that puts cop lights in your non-cop car, go fuck yourself and die, because that's horrible. That's a horrible thing to do. I'm talking to you, my sister's boyfriend, who drives a black and white Crown Victoria.
Oh, okay.
He drives a black and white Crown Victoria and has cop lights in his fucking grill, like a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit, and you gotta... listen, you gotta...
So this, like, mysterious creature that you've discovered of, like, a person with fake cop lights, like, you just know also a person that
No, because I complained
also.
about this to Casey, and she said, Frankie does that. And anyway, Frankie... Fucking, you gotta throw out. You gotta get rid of these fucking cop car.
Frankie.
You gotta throw out these fake ass cop lights that you have, and you've gotta stop wearing a Confederate flag T-shirt. You piece of shit.
By the way, this is how shocked I am that someone named Frankie is a mechanic with and is also.
Well, Kyle, remember he's not a mechanic. He works at a muffler shop. He exclusively does mufflers.
Okay. He can do other stuff, though.
I think he can do other stuff, but his job is to only do mufflers.
That's weird.
It's super weird. It's a very lucrative business. He just works there. He doesn't own it or see any cut of that lucrativity. But yeah, that's his store is where people go if they want really loud, dumb mufflers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I got really depressed at my new job recently, because I realized that Because like we sell all these services for PC repair, and they're all very expensive.
Yeah. Would you say unfairly expensive?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, I was thinking about it, and you could draw a lot of parallels to like to cars and getting them repaired. It's like, you know, if you know how to change your own oil, paying $50 for an oil change is crazy to you, but like you can't or you don't want to. So you go pay someone $50 to change your oil. It's like the same way with a lot of PC stuff. It's like super simple to us because we can do it, but like to someone else, it might be worth $80 or $100. You know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, no,
and
I
then
totally.
Then
agree
I was
with
thinking
you.
about it, and I was like, but wait a minute, all these huge service fees, they're just going to the company, and I'm getting paid $12 an hour to do it.
Yeah.
That fucking blows.
Yeah, it does blow. Hey, guess what? Companies are shitty.
Yeah.
Companies are shitty, and they're the worst, and they're awful. And here's the thing.
I should just get set up a shop on the side of the road, put out a sandwich board that says Windows 7 and 8 machines sold here.
And but here's the other thing about these PC services. Everybody's got a fucking niece or nephew that knows computers and doesn't understand how annoying it is when you ask them to fix their computer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you pay $80 when you could just get your nephew Todd? Be like, Todd.
Not everyone knows these people.
Not everybody knows a computer person?
No.
No? Oh, man, that's weird.
So, no.
I feel like everybody knows a computer person.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Let me see if I can run through some of my favorite interactions I've had so far.
Is this
I guess,
customers?
Yeah. I guess there's. I don't know. There actually hasn't been a lot of outrageous stuff so far, except for on my first day, there was one guy who you could kind of tell from like the way he was dressed and his hairstyle and stuff that he was like he probably had like a high-paying job at as like some kind of business person. Mm-hmm. And they're one of those people that probably thinks that they're really awesome and everyone hates them.
You're saying that this guy, he's a confident douchebag.
He's a confident douchebag, and
do you think that he's also a confidant douchebag? Do you think people tell him their problems?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
No. So one of my coworkers was explaining to him that in the hardware diagnostics, it was found that the hard drive was failing and would probably die soon, and he should replace the hard drive. And he asked, in all seriousness, with no hint of irony or anything, if we thought that someone else could have possibly sabotaged his hard drive to fail.
Oh, no.
Like, if someone could have intentionally sabotaged his hard drive. And it was like,
God.
did some kind of hard drive ninja sneak in and do something so slight to your hard drive so that it would slowly fail over time? No.
Oh, God.
You lunatic. You fucking lunatic.
Oh, man. That's horrible that anyone has that sort of opinion of themselves, that they have the idea that they're important enough to be sabotaged.
Yeah. I think this might have... Yeah, I think this might have been, if I remember from the interaction, I think it might have been a PC that he used at work, like at his office. So, it was just one of his many work enemies that, probably just want to get a leg up on him.
But he thinks that he's important enough to be sabotaged, but doesn't think that the sabotage is important enough to keep it on the DL. Like, if I thought I was being sabotaged, I wouldn't tell anybody and would fucking be scheming my ass off trying to figure out how to get my saboteur back.
How do we know that he isn't?
Well, because he told you. He told you straight up, I might have been sabotaged.
Well, but yeah, we're not part of it. Like,
All I'm saying that if Frank Underwood thought he
was...
was being sabotaged, he wouldn't say, "Oh, I think I might be being sabotaged right now."
Well, that was the thing. He wasn't sure. That's why he asked, "Hey, do you think anyone could have intentionally sabotaged my hard drive?" No.
No.
No, I don't.
No, sorry, sir. Sorry, Brett. No one thinks that your fucking hard drive was sabotaged.
This guy totally looked like a Brett.
Yeah.
Oh man. So for my job, since it's now it all deals with like PCs with Windows 8, and people will ask me a lot of questions about Windows 8. That's why I'm thinking about upgrading my computer to Windows 8, just so that I get the experience.
Yeah.
With it.
Oh yeah, you asked me the other day on Twitter what I thought of it. What did you think of my answer, which is basically that Windows 8 affects me in 0 ways. Besides that, my computer is slightly faster, and also it's got a pretty good search.
You think it's faster? How do you know if it's faster?
Because I upgraded to Windows 8 without upgrading anything else, and the boot time... And I heard that it was faster, so I timed it.
The boot time I have noticed. Like, and, I wasn't sure if it was, like, the hardware, but yeah, Windows 8 seems to boot super fast.
Yeah, and I think that, like, everything else is also a little bit faster, or, like, all of the sort of processes that would be digging through anything in Windows 8.
I have noticed that the search function works really well.
Yeah. So you're talking about the two things that I cited? Both true.
Yeah. Yeah, I have noticed that. Like, you're talking about when you just go to the start screen and just start typing things.
Yeah, press window, key, and then just start typing.
Yeah. But, man, like, that whole start screen interface seems like a big bummer.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When my PC boots up, I press Windows D. It takes me to my desktop, and then I don't see that screen again until I restart my computer, which is never, because my computer's always on.
What about the starts menu though? Don't you miss the start menu?
No, I never used a start menu. The only thing I used a start menu for was to search, and now I have this dope other search function.
You never used the start menu before?
What would I use the start menu for?
To open up like the My Computer page or the Documents page, or to open up a recently used application.
Yeah, I just have my computer. I just have the Windows Explorer as a fucking shortcut on my toolbar.
Yeah, but...
So I just click that instead of clicking start and then scrolling up and then over to my computer, and then it opens up another drop down, and then I find the thing. Now I can just fucking click on it.
Yeah, but if it's already open and I want to open a new window,
right
then I have to right click on it, and then I have to go down to whatever.
Right click, new window. It's not... It's faster. It's faster this way.
Maybe.
It's faster this way. It's better this way. Start menu, fuck it. Who needs it?
I like it.
You like the look of it?
I mean, yeah, sure. I'm also bummed out that they don't have the transparency effect on the tops of the windows anymore.
I think it all looks pretty sharp. I liked the transparency, but I got over it in like 2 minutes. I think everything looks pretty good. I like the corners.
I don't like the corners.
I didn't like the corners, and now if I saw the corners, I was like, ugh, corners, tacky.
Maybe I'll get into it. I don't know.
But yeah, I think I look at my upgrade to Windows 8 as a general slight improvement.
And you haven't run into any issue of trying to like use a program or a game that you used to use and being like, oh wait, it doesn't work on Windows 8.
Nope, none. Even things that say Windows 7 work totally fine. All the compatibility stuff, it works really well. I've had much easier time getting older games to run than I did on Windows 7. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, my life is zero affected by any of the stuff that people complain about Windows 8, like the Metro menu. Even when I kept it clean, it's super messy now. But when I was keeping it clean, I would actually sometimes use it because it was pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty cool because I've gotten through this job. I've gotten to get a lot of experience with the touchscreen laptops, Windows 8 laptops, and the touchscreen all-in-ones.
Dude, I want a Surface real bad still.
Oh, fuck it.
I want a Surface too.
No, what you should get is just get one of those like laptops that can fold backwards and like become like a
Well,
big
here's the
tablet.
thing. I want it to be able to detach. I don't want it to be one piece.
Yeah, get one of those.
Yeah. So, but the Windows Surface, the Microsoft Surface 2 seems like a really good one of those.
I'll say this as a warning about Surfaces. I just saw at my job a little while ago someone who came in with a cracked Windows, a cracked Surface Pro 2 screen, and he was just like, "Oh hey, my screen's cracked. I want to replace my screen." I said, "Okay," and then we looked in. It was in the system, and actually we don't replace the screens. And we're like, "Oh, sorry, buddy. You're probably gonna have to go to like a Windows store or something." He's like, "Oh no, don't worry. I already called them. They won't replace it either. Like you can't get Surface screens replaced."
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Someone who worked, one of my coworkers said that he was pretty sure the reason was because there's some kind of like heat vacuum process for how the screen is put on that like seals the screen on, and that like it's once it's done, and like it's basically impossible to redo.
If I get one, I will be getting the warranty.
Yeah.
But so I've been interested in the Surface since the Surface came out, and Austin Walker bought a Surface Pro 1 like 4 months ago, and because he was interested in it, and then returned it after 2 weeks because he's like, this is not doing things the way I need them to be done. And then they announced the Surface 2. I can't remember specifically what his problems were. I think it wasn't like stable enough to use on your lap. The screen was slightly not big enough. It was a little slow. Things like that, like small problems with the hardware.
Yeah. Considering how much those things cost, I would really recommend just going with like I said, a laptop that like can fold all the way backwards so that it becomes like a tablet.
Yeah, I want it to be small is the thing. But anyway, the end of that story is that he decided to get a 2 and try that out to see if they were any better, and still has it. And as far as I can tell, likes it a lot.
Cool.
So
yeah, I also really like the all-in-one Windows 8 machines, which like all-in-one meaning it's like an iMac in that all the PC components are in the monitor and it's all just one thing. And then like I've seen like I think HP has an all-in-one that's like 26 inches and it's a touch screen.
That's too big. That's huge.
No, it's really nice.
But it's so big. Why would I ever use that as a tablet ever?
No, it's not a tablet. It's a computer.
Oh, well,
a desktop.
Wait, it's a desktop.
Yeah.
Well, then why would I get it? I have a desktop. Oh,
yeah, I know.
Hold on.
I'm not saying
my dad has that.
Are you like? I'm not saying hey, you should buy it. I'm just saying that
I thought we were talking about
it's a touch screen, and the experience of just using this like 26-inch Windows 8 touch screen.
It's big
is
in
really
silver.
Cool. No,
it's not. Wait, what is it called?
They come in black. They come in black or white.
Maybe I'm thinking white. What are they called? HP all-in-one.
The all-in-one is just the kind of computer it is.
All right, I'm just gonna. Oh, great! HP all-in-one, 26 inches, just spat out a bunch of fucking printers. Do you know what this thing is called? I'm 99% sure that my dad has this.
All right,
hold
on.
And I hate
HP
it. I hate it.
all-in-one PC. Okay, it is the. Well, no, I don't think that's right. I think the one I'm talking about is this one right here. Hold on. Da-da-da-da. Of course, I find a picture of it, and I don't think it actually has the name of it. Yeah, what the fuck? Whatever.
Does it have like a platform in it in the bottom, and there's some space separating the platform and the thing?
Yeah, it's like
okay. So this isn't it. But my dad has a fucking super big all-in-one HP thing, and it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, all-in-ones are not my jam. Like, I don't see the purpose for an all-in-one. Like, if it's not leaving your fucking desk, like, why does all the shit need to be in the screen? Like,
I don't know.
That's just an unnecessary, like, loss of power, increase of cost. It's just stupid.
No customization.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I do. What I want is a tablet laptop convertible that I can detach from the keyboard and just have it as a tablet, or put it in the keyboard and have it as a laptop. And there are a bunch of those, and a lot of them are really shitty, and the ones that aren't shitty are more expensive than the Surface. It kind of seems like the Surface Pro is the best of those, or is the only good one that isn't $1,400.
How many USB ports does it have?
2. 2, and then also you don't need one for a keyboard or mouse.
Right. Well, mouse.
Bluetooth. I have 2 Bluetooth mice.
Really?
I actually have a Bluetooth mouse specifically designed to work with Windows 8. Like it works extra way. It has a Windows 8 button on it that is context sensitive. I bought it because I thought the one that I was using didn't work, and then it actually turned out that I was it was an update problem on my tablet's end, but I just decided to keep it because I might need a second one day.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm thinking about all-in-ones now. Like the current iMac I just got some hands-on with, like the other day, because like the way this happens is because like the customers pay for like a PC setup service where they buy a new PC and then we take it and just like install all the updates and whatever, like, you know, they're apparently too scared to install Microsoft Office themselves, so they pay us to do it and that kind of thing.
Yeah, great.
And so I got to do that with an iMac, and yeah, like it's an all-in-one, and like the monitor is so crazy thin. Like it looks super cool, but it's basically so thin that it's like all the components and stuff are like that of a laptop. It's like you're paying for a laptop that can't leave your desk.
I don't know if
like,
you remember on the last Mist stream, we were talking about how John recently put Boot Camp on his iMac, and I assumed he had a laptop, and then he said, "Oh no, I have an iMac," and I said, "That's just a laptop that doesn't close."
Yeah, yeah.
So
it's weird.
I don't. There was a period where I was like, this is something that I've been saying forever, is that Mac laptops work really well and they're great, and people should get Mac laptops.
You're talking about Mac tops.
Mac tops work really well.
Please address them by their proper brand name.
The Macintop. The Macintop portable PC, portable computing system.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I like them. Every time I've had to deal with a desktop Mac, it has been a fucking nightmare.
How so?
They just break all the time, and they get super slow, and they're big and dumb, and I don't like them. And it's like using. I feel like whenever I'm using, because I have a MacBook, and I feel like my MacBook is the perfect.
Do you still have that fucking white Mac? Oh no, you have
I have a
MacBook
Pro. Yeah.
Now.
I think it's 2010.
Okay.
It's also shitty, but for other reasons.
Yeah.
It was broken and about to be junked, and I fixed it, and I use it now. And anyway, I feel like the MacBook, the Macintop personal computer, is the perfect blend of
personal microcomputer.
Personal microcomputer is the perfect blend of sacrificing things that I want to do with ease of use and portability. But when it translates into a computer, like a big ass computer, like it's just as frustrating to use, but also it can't move.
Okay.
Am I making any sense? Am I not making sense?
I'm not exactly sure.
The Mac desktops just break all the time, is what I'm saying. They break all the goddamn time.
You sure?
Yeah, all the time.
I've been told it just works.
Listen, it just works until it doesn't work anymore.
My second monitor is flipping out right now. There's like artifacting happening all over the place. I'm downloading GPU Z to check out what my GPU temp. It's gone with my GPU temp computer.
You might have some dust up in your grill.
I might have some dust up in there. Get a dust up.
When I put all my computer stuff into my new case, I cleaned out my GPU real good. It had fucking so much goddamn dust. It had gross dust.
Dude,
what's up?
GPU temperature?
Yeah.
55 degrees Celsius.
That's a damn fine temp.
Yeah, like nothing going on with that temp.
Well, we might hire that temp full time.
Right? Yeah, that's a temp you'd like to take on.
This is like a Ryan from The Office situation.
Exactly.
Temp comes in here. Oh man.
Yeah, send him up to corporate.
We might get this guy. We might bring this guy into corporate. He might embezzle some money from us.
Why the fuck is my dog barking for no reason? Hold on.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
Why is your dog barking?
Dude, I don't know.
Dogs are fucking weird, huh?
Right? Yeah. So weird.
What were we talking about?
Computers and stuff.
Computers and stuff.
Macs and other things.
I have a lot of experience with Macs because every school that I've ever been to had only Macs all the time, except for UMass Boston, which has PCs. And
like, in going through the training for this job, I was reminded of like at least one really weird thing that I can't believe this is still a thing with Macs is that you have to manually eject every USB thing before you actually take it out, or there is actually a legitimate chance of corrupting the data on the USB drive. How's that possible?
I don't know, and that's what they tell you.
Right?
But
like,
I've literally never done it.
But if it's not true, like it has to be partially true, or else why would OS X still in its most current, like latest version, still yell at you every time you do it? Like it's the stupidest thing.
Yeah, it's I do believe that there's a chance it's never happened to me. It's sort of like when I caught Missing No in Pokémon.
Mm-hmm.
I caught Missing No. I used that motherfucker.
Yeah, I think I might have caught Missing No. I think it fucked up my game.
Never fucked up my game. As far as I'm concerned, it's a myth.
But as we now know with Missing No, the effects of Missing No are all based around what your player name are. So maybe you just had a player name.
I can guarantee you that it was Ash.
Right, I remember that now.
Yeah. I might have. This is long enough ago where I maybe would have just named him Keith.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe something stupid. Maybe I named one of them Butts or something.
Yeah. Maybe you named him something dumb, like Butts.
Probably named it Butts.
You still name yourself something dumb all the time.
I do, yeah. Listen. When people get mad at me on the internet, or people when people trying to troll this, Kyle,
yeah,
they'll use my username as an attack. Like, oh, I guess you are something dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to let everyone know, anybody out there that's trying to hurt me, that is ineffective, I picked this name.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I did that. This is not a name that was forced upon me. So, you can do better. I believe in you. Also, to all the people that watched Mario Time Machine and said, like, oh, I didn't know what Monticello was, look on the back of a nickel. Don't fucking pretend that that's where you learned that. And that anybody spends any amount of time reading the back of nickels. Like, that's not, like, having been around nickels does not mean having read the tiny little word. Like, of course I recognize that building. I know what that building is. I just didn't know what it was called because I don't care. It doesn't really matter.
All right, Keith.
I got those two things off my chest. What's up?
Keith, let it go.
I did. No, that was me letting it go. I just let it go. You got quieter.
Okay, great. I got quieter.
Yeah.
Still?
Still, yeah.
What are you talking
You got
about?
a little quieter. Just knock yourself up a little bit.
No, I didn't do anything. Why would I be quieter?
Oh, nope. There you go. You're good now.
Maybe it was Skype.
Maybe it was Skype.
Hey, Keith, here's the
What's
thing.
up?
I watched you streaming Starcraft the other day.
Oh, yeah?
And now I would like to formally challenge you to a Starcraft duel because I'm pretty sure I can kick your ass.
I don't think you can. I went 3-1, and that one was a fucking fluke.
Yeah, you went 3-1 against Andrew Swan, though.
No, I went 3-1 against Art Tebble. Andrew Swan was comic.
Art Tebble. Sorry, he was... Right,
yeah.
He was
and then, then I did... Did you see the fucking end match? Did you see that last match? It was amazing.
No, I had to
Do you want me to catch you up on it? Because it was fucking great.
Was it like the other two?
No, nothing like
that. I mean, I don't want to tip my hat or anything, but like, guys, you just sit there the whole time, and then you attack once and you
Kyle,
win.
here's that. Yeah.
What is with that?
That's how. Okay, so I feel like StarCraft has gotten away from itself. I feel
if you try to tell me StarCraft is a marathon, I'm gonna.
StarCraft is a game about marathoning. I feel like a lot of people go out there and they think, here's my game plan. I'm gonna build a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna rush their base. That's a fool's errand. You gotta sit. You gotta huddle up. You gotta just build shit and just huddle up.
Can I ask you a question? When you say this with this bizarre enthusiasm, are you joking or do you really believe that this is a good StarCraft strategy?
Art and I are top players. We're two of the greatest StarCraft 2 players in the entire world, and I feel like we would know better than anybody that the key to winning a StarCraft match is to fucking just hole yourself in, build a bitchin' rad army.
As far as I can tell, by hole yourself in, you mean not to build any defenses, but to literally just sit there with the confidence that your opponent is also doing the same thing and neither of you are attacking each other.
I built defenses. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't see it.
Well, here's the thing. This is those matches were done knowing that Art and I are both turtlers by default. I will say that if you watch any of my other StarCraft streams, I also played with Magnite several times. And there was a few times where he tried rushing me, and I was totally able to handle that rush. And I feel like when I know my opponent, Art is not going to be rushing. I know that I don't need to build any real defenses. My defenses are my army.
Here's
the greatest defense is a good offense.
Keith,
yeah.
You're using this term rushing.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, rushing is if you have a carefully calculated strategy whereby you are, like, putting yourself at a crazy disadvantage in order to get units out, like, in the fastest possible way in order to attack somebody. Like, just mining some resources and making units and then attacking with them is not rushing.
No, I know.
It's just not being the slowest, most boring StarCraft player in the universe.
I think that you're seeing what I'm doing, and you're seeing how that's different from what you're doing and from what anyone else in the whole world playing StarCraft is doing. And you're seeing that as a disadvantage when really I am bending the meta of StarCraft 2 to my whim.
I see. Clearly, I've underestimated.
Clearly, maybe we should do that later tonight. If you're not doing, are you still doing WoW?
Here's the thing. I feel confident that I can beat you at StarCraft, but I feel confident that I can beat you at StarCraft with a little bit of practice before we actually do, because I haven't played it in years.
Okay, so I'm doing this marathon tomorrow. Are you gonna? Is that when?
Yeah, sure.
During the marathon tomorrow. All right, we'll do. Jordan is in for Dota.
Oh, okay. Oh. So are we gonna do Dota also?
We're gonna do Dota, and then we're gonna do StarCraft.
All right, nice. Yeah. It's on.
Yeah. Late night. Hot tubbing on the late night. What's up?
Why can't it be in the middle of the day? I'm free the whole day.
Because 5 p.m. is when I said and that's when I started working out who I'm getting and when.
Why can't it be like 2 p.m.?
I don't know. I don't want to.
Dude, bump it down to like 2 p.m. and then I'll just be there because I'm free.
But then if we do StarCraft at 2,
I mean, we can do whatever.
well, whatever. If we do whatever, then you're gonna come back for Dota and StarCraft later.
Yeah, I'm free all day.
All right, listen, sure.
But the thing is, I'm free. Like, I'm home by myself all day until 5:30. That's when Nicole and Lucas get home, and then I'm busy for like the next 3 hours.
Yeah, but it's 12. I'm going for 12 hours. So that's it's longer than 3 hours.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we could do I can move it down a little bit probably. We'll do something. My worry is that I feel like I can easily fill 12 hours.
Okay.
And my goal was to stay on long enough in the morning to get some of that morning crowd again. Because I feel like ending at 2 a.m. would be a bummer because everybody would be going to sleep.
People don't leave at 2 a.m.
1 a.m. is when people start not watching streams.
People leave at like 4 a.m.
No, that's not. West Coasters leave at 4 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of West Coasters. People on the other side of the planet are watching at 4 a.m. because it's the middle of the day for them.
I mean, I understand that there's multiple time zones, but from what I've observed, peak Twitch ends at like 1.
Yeah. By the way, I just realized I said that I would play you in StarCraft on stream tomorrow. Yeah. I'm probably gonna need more time than that. But we can Dota.
I think you can. I think that here's the thing.
Okay.
You should spend all day practicing. You said I got all day. Practice, and then I'll see you on the court, motherfucker.
Yeah, on the StarCraft court, on the Star Court.
Yeah.
I hope you're not gonna see me in court.
I mean, if you think that you're gonna win, I'll see you in court. I'll get Barry Feinstein on your ass.
Oh man.
I'm pretty sure that's just a Massachusetts thing. So any fucking...
It's not even like... I think most of people in like other parts of Massachusetts won't even know.
Yeah, that is a super local joke, and if you get it, then that's fun for you. He's just a fucking lawyer with dumb TV ads, and he's had the same commercial for 15 years. What? So, I mean, this is... Did you put out a video today?
I'm gonna put out an Eternal Darkness today.
Okay. I could probably put this out so that people hear this marathon talk.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so
send me your...
Get some real buzz on this marathon.
Yeah, a mini-thon. Minathon. Minathon. Is that good? Is that any good?
Sure.
Is there anything else you wanted to play when you're on during your seg?
You know, I've been really dying to stream some Knack. Is the thing.
You want to hijack my Minathon?
Knack your Minathon?
To lose all our viewers while you play Knack?
I mean, I think that's a pretty negative spin on what would happen.
Very negative spin. I feel like if I'm not playing, I'll fall asleep. I feel like that's what'll keep me going. If you want, I will let you play Knack.
I might want that. I could also play. I've been playing Trials Fusion.
Yeah.
And the other day I was streaming. I was streaming myself playing the expert level tracks that are like crazy hard.
Yeah.
And I was having some fun doing that. It's cool because there's.
So is your idea guesting on my Minathon to play your own games?
I'm just talking about games
Okay.
that I want to stream. I'm not really. I'm just saying. I had some fun streaming trials the other day. I thought people would get really mad that I was playing these expert level tracks where like I'm stuck on like one checkpoint for like 10 minutes.
That seems like something people would actually really like.
But yeah, there's a lot of fun. There's like sense of celebration when I got to the next checkpoint, and there was also like a few people there that were familiar with those levels that
Trying
were
to give you super unhelpful
trying
tips.
to help me out. Yeah, trying to help me out and
Tips.
stuff.
I'm sure that they had tips. I just don't see how that could ever practically apply. No, you've got to wiggle the thing. No, you've got to like 4 degrees. Like 4 degrees. Wiggle it.
Here's some hot breaking news. #breaking.
Yeah.
Courtney just texted me, said Sims 2 The Ultimate Collection is free on Origin. I should go get that.
Yeah, go get that. Or you should get Sims 3, because Sims 3 is like Sims 2, but a little bit better.
I also already have Sims 3.
Okay. Sims 4 is coming out. I'm super pumped for that.
Yeah, it's not going to have toddlers in swimming pools, is what I heard.
Yeah, that sounds like that's expansion stuff.
Whoa! Oh, okay, hold on. Never mind, sorry. I saw Sims 4 digital download on Origin.com, and it said $70, but it's the deluxe edition. Which, whatever that fucking means.
Real quick, someone commented on the on Mario's Time Machine Part 2. I guess we were talking about Courtney or something. It says, kind of weird you were badmouth gossiping about a real person who you work with on video for the world to see. Courtney knows that we like Courtney, and also our entire relationship with Courtney is making fun of Courtney.
Yeah.
This is a known quantity. I initially assumed they were talking about my spirit science friend, but somebody was like, no, they're talking about Courtney. So also, I've known that guy forever, and he knows how I feel about his spirit science stuff, and he's a nice enough guy that he would not mind, I don't think, so much.
I'm not even seeing The Sims 2 on Origin. So I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. So this is on EA Help, how to get The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection. Because you're a passionate The Sims 2 player, we're making The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection available free of charge to download to your Origin library. To add the game, just follow these steps. 1. Download and install Origin client. Have a thing. Launch Origin. From the Games tab in the Origin menu, select Redeem Product Code and enter the code I-love-the-sims. That's neat.
This is super exciting for me.
That's neat. Hey. The Sims 2 is a fucking fantastic game.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
So if you've got Origin, you've never played The Sims, and you've always wondered, what's that Sims thing about?
I've never played Sims 2.
Go play some Sims 2.
Well, I have Sims 3, and I have a bunch of expansions for it. I played Sims 1 and Sims 3.
If you've already got Sims 3 and a bunch of expansions, you don't
by the way, I can highly recommend the Sims 3 Paradise Island expansion. You can build a houseboat, and you can ride around a lake on your houseboat, and you can turn into a mermaid and punch sharks.
What? Whoa.
Yeah, it's fucking rad.
Boom.
Yeah. Building and using houseboats is super awesome. I have a 3-story houseboat with a pool on the roof.
Nice.
How fucking extravagant, crazy extravagant is a houseboat with a pool on the roof? It's surrounded by pool.
Here's the problem, though. You wouldn't be able to do that in Sims 4. Why?
No pools.
No pool support out of the box.
Pools are a very important part of my Sims playthrough. But I'm sure that it'll be in like the first expansion.
Yeah, of course. It'll be like The Sims 4
pool party.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. Done. Box it.
Pool party and toddlers.
Toddler pool party. The Sims 4 toddler pool party.
Baby pool kids now with toddlers, pools, and billiards.
That is kind of weird though. So I guess they're gonna go from like Sims are gonna go from babies to like
Child.
What like
Baby,
like
child, teen, adult, or sorry, young adult, adult,
That's
old.
weird. I mean, considering that there has been like what 4 years at least in between Sims 3 and 4. Like what, you couldn't take a few more months to add
I
toddlers?
think that their
What?
idea was that toddlers were stupid, and there's no difference between a toddler and a kid. I mean, or sorry, a toddler and a baby, so it was like a useless thing that people didn't need. Because they only spent a few hours as toddlers.
Yeah, you're right. It's like very small amount of time. I think it's like 10 days or something. But
Let's see. Yeah, Sims 3, 2009. A strategic life simulation video game.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. I'm super excited to see
The thing is,
that.
though, like the Sims 3, for being such like a mass appeal game, it was a pretty kind of a system hog. Like it was simulating a lot of stuff. So like I don't even know if my current PC can play Sims 3 like max settings.
It totally can play at max settings, but it definitely is a game that chugs. The game chugs.
Yeah.
Loading in that game is like an embarrassment.
Yeah. But it's like a seamless thing, so it's not supposed to be loading very often though.
No, you basically load when you start the game, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Unless
so
you,
it's like a GTA.
some of the
mode.
expansions make you have to load a bunch of times. Like there's one expansion where you're called like Great Adventure or something, where you're constantly going on vacation and exploring places, and whenever you go on vacation, you have to do the loading and all that bullshit.
I've played a ton of The Sims 2 and 3, but I don't think I ever had like expansion packs. Like I never really felt the need for it. Pretty much got my fill out of like the base game.
Yeah, I was that way. I have a bunch of expansions because Megan was super into The Sims, and like I just got a bunch of the expansions because she had them, and I bought her some, and I was like, well, I might as well just buy myself some too because I'm already playing The Sims. Best one, definitely Island Paradise.
Great.
Of the ones that I have. What's up? You got anything else, buddy?
No,
StarCraft 2 is so fun.
Right?
How much I've been liking StarCraft 2 really puts into sharp contrast how much I am not liking Dota 2.
Here's my question.
Yes.
Though, is have you not been doing any ranked matches?
No, I've just been doing. Just been playing with Han, Andrew, and Art, and against AI.
Climb the ladder, dude.
I don't need this ladder. I'm at the
Rank it
top.
up.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm at the top of the ladder.
I think StarCraft 2 does ranked mode better than like almost any game, because like you do your placement matches, you get placed into a league, and then in that league you get placed into like 100-player cell, and like depending on how well you do, like it ranks you in just that 100-player group, and then like once you like surpass everyone in your group is when you get to the next league. I'm pretty sure is how it works. It's a lot of fun.
But what I'm saying is that it
Or
wouldn't
like-
even be fair on the other players if I was in it.
Okay, I get it. You're very funny. Or you could like take Han or whoever and do like 2v2 ranked games.
Yeah. Well, the fun thing that I like doing is doing like weird AI matchups where it'll be because with Art I've been doing 1-on-1. With Han we've been doing us two versus a team of 3 medium AI and a team of 1 hard or harder AI,
Yeah.
and like that's like really fun because it adds like this weird dynamic of it where there's 3 teams, all different sized, all different skill levels, with random races. I mean, eventually, when I'm confident enough in my abilities, I'll probably do some rank stuff. But I don't like the way that the metas of games affect how people play them. I don't want to have to alter my playstyle because of.
Keith, that's not gonna be affecting your shit at Bronze League.
But I'm not gonna be in Bronze. I'm already better than Bronze League.
Okay, it's not. It's really not. The meta is not a thing you're going to have to pay tremendous amount of attention
It was when
to.
I was playing when the game first came out. By necessity.
Well, yeah, but that's just because when the game was so new that everyone was really quickly latching on to these weird strategies. This is how you play StarCraft 2 because it's so hard to. There's so many things in the game, so hard to figure out how you should be playing it that it's this one guy over there is winning by making a bunch of Void Rays. I'm gonna do that.
That's still my strategy. That Void Rays build ground units and Void Rays. Here's what I do.
You should start by learning unit counters.
Unit counters? What do you mean?
Like this unit counters this other unit. Void Rays are good against this.
Here's the thing. I'm most often fighting Terran, and Terran has pretty weak defense against air, and Void Rays and carriers both do ship to ship and ship to ground. So I feel like I'm putting a lot of the most useful Terran units out of the battle by focusing on air.
Terrans do have Valkyries, though.
They have Valkyries. The Valkyries are great.
Those are pretty good.
The Valkyries are great.
Yeah.
But
Valkyries are killers.
It puts out of commission Thors and siege tanks. And that's their two biggest things.
Thors are pretty serious anti-air, if I remember.
I don't think Thors.
Or no, maybe
Thors are just ground to ground. I'm almost positive.
No, they're dead. They can definitely attack the air, for sure.
Maybe I just kill them so fast that it doesn't even. Let's see.
So you don't have Heart of the Swarm, do you?
No.
Oh, maybe that should be my jam. If I want to relearn how to play Zerg, maybe I should pick up Heart of the Swarm because I never played it. Play through the campaign.
I think the campaign starts with. Oh no, never mind. You're right. Never mind. I thought that it started with a huge Protoss chunk, so you'd have to play through the Protoss, but I think I'm wrong.
That'd be fine too. No, thy enemy.
It says Thors do have. It says they have powerful anti-air weaponry. I don't know. They've never been a problem, so. I'm really confident in my build.
I think probably what you're encountering is that you make 10 Void Rays and they have a Thor.
Maybe 2 or 3 or 4. But yeah, so my real strategy is build ground units and Void Rays until all of the ground units are dead, and then I have a bunch of Void Rays and a couple carriers, and then keep building carriers, and my Void Rays will die off, and I'll just have the carriers and just keep building carriers. And that's really worked against everybody that I've played, basically. And it's also been my strategy since StarCraft 1.
You were making Void Rays in StarCraft 1? That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was playing with Ted was really into StarCraft 1, and I was playing with Ted. He was my StarCraft 1 partner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There were no Void Rays in StarCraft.
Then I was playing whatever the fucking Void Ray equivalent was. I would do the one below carriers and carriers.
Okay.
You jerk. You're a jerk.
Yeah. I was very disappointed with the Zerg versus Zerg match that I saw last night.
I fucking hate Zerg.
That was just a travesty.
Zerg is the fucking pits. Zerg is so terrible. Everything about the Zerg is the worst. What could you possibly like about the Zerg?
They make a lot of units quickly?
No, they don't. That was my biggest problem, is that I couldn't get any units out.
What are you talking about?
You've got to, every time you want to build a thing, you have to kill one of your units, and then you have to wait until your dumb fucking gross building spits out more little nugget bugs to build more units.
Yeah, that's because you take your queen and you do a larva inject on it, which will, I think it might be a 30-second timer or something, but then, after 30 seconds, it'll make, 8 larvae, and then you just keep your queen next to your hive or whatever.
I tried that, but it never really worked.
You just do that over and over again.
I don't know. It feels like it's got a lot more micro than the other people.
It does. You're
and
right.
I don't want to do. Why would I want to deal with that?
Because roaches are cool.
And then you get those fucking dumb floating balloons that get in the way all the time.
Yeah, the overlords. The overlords are great. You can use them to scout the map.
Why would I scout the map? I'm turtling.
So that you can know if something's about to come kill your turtle.
Nothing can kill my turtle. That's the point of the turtle. If I play efficiently enough, you have to stop building resources to attack me, and I will just have more than you.
Think about this. If you have nothing to defend and someone just wants to come kill all your pylons, you got nothing to do. But if someone tries to come take my overlords, sometimes I can just move the overlords over to a part of the map where like they can't get to. It's like, hey, overlords, go over here.
But no one can even touch.
Or
my
you can
pylons.
just straight up hide them in a weird part of the map. Like every time you make a overlord, you just send it to a weird part of the map.
That's probably the biggest advantage. Probably is that they're mobile, but it also is the biggest annoyance because then when you build them, they are just in the way. And I can't all the buildings look the same, and I can never remember which building is what. Ugh, I just hate them. Well,
that's just because you don't play Zerg.
And then I feel like all their units are really underpowered.
Well, yeah, that's because they make a lot of them. So, like, you play as Protoss, so Protoss, their deal is they have the fewest amount of units, but their units are the most powerful, and Zerg is the opposite. They have, they're bugs. They're not powerful, but they swarm.
Yeah, so you can see why playing Zerg would be so horrible for me, as my favorite thing is the literal opposite of Zerg.
Well, yeah, I mean, your favorite thing is the bad thing.
Is the carriers.
The
carriers are the coolest thing in the world. A giant ship that shoots out tiny little bug ships that destroy everything in their path. Also, Chrono Boost. Why would I ever play without Chrono Boost? Do you know what Chrono Boost does?
Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
What does it do?
It makes a thing go faster.
Okay. You said it like you didn't know definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not? Did you just guess?
No.
Why?
Dude, I watched Starcraft for a long time. I know all the things.
I feel like I could take you.
All right. We'll find out.
Are you gonna practice tomorrow and then we're gonna show down?
I'll try. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, I wanna play StarCraft. I'm excited to play StarCraft against you. I'm not excited to spend time practicing StarCraft to try to remember how to play StarCraft.
Okay.
So I have to. I need to bridge that gap. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to.
I mean, we could just play off stream as a practice.
No.
Or we could play on stream and you could get destroyed, and then you'd slowly get better as I keep beating you.
Or we could just play on stream. I could just six-pool you over and over again.
You can't six-pool me.
Why?
You can't do it.
Why?
I just don't think you can do it. I don't think you have what it takes.
That sounds like a challenge.
I mean, it's not.
You're on, bitch.
Listen. If you want to try that, you can try that. I just don't think it's going to work for you.
Yeah, probably not.
I
don't know. How much six-pool defense experience do you have?
The last game that I won last night, it was a 1v1v1 between me, Swan, and Art Tebble. Swan six pooled me right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Six pool. Wait, is six pool a Zerg specific thing? He did the version of that is Marines with Terran.
Okay.
He six-racked me.
It's not a six pool.
But it's the same thing.
Well, it's not as fast as a six pool.
It was really fast though.
Six pool is the fastest you can get out a unit in StarCraft because Zerg is faster than the other two.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding what six pool is. What is a six pool?
A six pool it means you make your spawning pool is what you need to make Zerglings.
Yeah.
So it means you make a spawning pool when you have 6 drones, which is how many you start with. It means you literally don't make any drones. You just mine until you have enough for a spawning pool, and then you make one, and then you start sending out Zerglings.
In waves?
Yeah, like as fast as you can make them, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like I could defend against that pretty easily.
All right.
Especially Zealots are really good against Zerglings anyway.
I mean, I don't have a lot of experience doing 6 pools either, because it's a lame, cheap thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, listen, you got to do what you feel, you know? If that's what you feel, that's what you feel.
I don't know. A 6 racks is different.
6 rack is when you build
6 racks,
a bunch of barracks.
6 barracks. It's when you build 6 barracks.
And then send out all your Marines.
Yeah.
That was a really good match. You should watch that last match.
I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know.
It's really good.
Maybe we should do a let's watch of I should try to crowdsource like a good recent like competitive Starcraft match that happened, and then we should do a let's watch of it together.
That would just default into me making fun of how they were playing the game wrong, I think.
Oh, that would be intolerable.
Yeah. Well, for me, it would be hilarious. Look at him. He's sending all his units over. It's been less than 15 minutes. What does he think he's doing?
All right. I think that has brought us to the end of this latest, hottest edition of the Run Button podcast.
Yeah, sure.
Why don't we get out of here?
Yeah, let's get out of here. I got to go anyway.
Buddy.
Yeah.
All right. My name's Kyle Churchill, and your name is Keith Carberry. Yep. And you can find our videos, runbutton.net. Go visit our Patreon.
Contentburger.biz.
Contentburger.biz. Patreon.com/runbutton. Sign up for a monthly donation. Get hot, exclusive access to
hours and hours of content.
To hours of content. Hours of Patreon exclusive minicasts. Mm-hmm. And our Patreon exclusive Let's Play of Eternal Darkness ongoing.
We've probably got like at least 10 hours of stuff on there, plus every single episode of Complex Rockets.
Quick question, Keith, on that on the minicast compilation thing that you did. You said that we were almost done with Eternal Darkness. Were you just guessing, or did you actually look that up?
I would think I was guessing.
Oh, that sucks. I was hoping you looked it up and you found out for sure that we were almost done, because I would like to be almost done.
Oh, you know what it was? We looked up on how long to beat, and we were we were pretty close to the how long to beat.
Oh. Anyway, that's the thing you can watch, and I think that's everything.
You can follow us on Twitter at 19 letters long and at something dumb.
Yeah. Get it done. Twitch.tv/runbutton also.
Yeah. Kyle, this is the first time you ever tried to plug at the end of one of our videos.
Well, that's probably because it's not a video.
Well, it's a podcast.
Bye.
You don't do it on podcasts either, is what I'm saying.
Goodbye, Keith.
I'm just saying that you're contradicting yourself.
Goodbye.
Just saying.
Watch Dogs may be commuting to New Jersey this fall. The fuck does that mean? Oh wait, did you stop recording? God damn it.